Hey knife fans, Too Many Blades here with a quick video review of a Jake Hoback A15 folder. Jake is a relatively new knife maker out of Texas, and this is the first example of his work I've seen. There's a couple of unique features of this knife. First, if you're looking for details, you'll notice that Jake got the lock on the wrong side, or in my case, as a lefty, the perfect side. This is Jake's first lefty folder. Second, the handles here are rounded, melted to provide easier no snag carry and a more comfortable grip. And that's the first time Jake's done that on his folders as well. So we're off to a good start here as far as I'm concerned. What you're looking at is a titanium handle, a CPM 154 steel blade. The blade started out as a 0.2 inch stock, and that means this blade's pretty thick, and the folder itself is pretty hefty, pretty weighty and substantial. The last thing you'll notice, despite the ambidextrous thumb studs on the blade, is that this particular folder is a flipper. And flip, well, it does. For its size, I didn't expect it to be that smooth. Jake's got bearings, the tension here, the fit and finish of all the parts just right. And that makes flipping this folder a dream. The second thing that is really impressive on this knife is the lock. So for starters, you got a nice early lockup. But not just early lockup, there's absolutely no blade play in there. And you have a nice contouring of the blade lock face, so that will give us very long life. What's most impressive of all, though, to me, is how smooth that lock releases. There is absolutely no stick in there. None. You can't even tell it's locked when you move that lock back. So getting the flipper right and getting the lock right, two big pluses that show some skills. The final piece of the puzzle here is this detent ball that sits up nice and high and provides an excellent closing lock to this knife. And once that thing is locked, it's not coming out of there. There's just no way to get that out of there. So it's kind of amazing that it holds on so well, yet flips and locks so nicely. In summary, Jake mechanically has built an excellent flipper. Now, in terms of finishes and the blade, we've got a stone wash and acid wash treatment to the blade. So stone acid wash gives it a nice hard use look. The blade's in a kind of a tanto, reminiscent of a tanto style, with a prominent one surface there and the other there, but neither is quite flat. Round here, slight recurve here, and it's not chisel ground either. It's hollow ground on both sides to a nice, fine, sharp point. So overall, the grind on that blade is excellent. Flip, lock, blade, all wonderful aspects of this folder. And he finishes it with some milling along the outside, cosmetic feature for sure, but it also adds grip. And he's put a full-length G10 backspacer, leaving just enough space for the flipper to work. And that has jimping all along its length. And that jimping sits proud of the handles, which makes the grip on this knife excellent. If this knife comes out of your hand, it wasn't the knife's fault. Finally, we've got this clip, perfectly functional clip, works great. And there's the added feature of a tapped, drilled, tapped, and recessed second place for the clip on the other side, should you choose to run it that way. From everything I've seen, I'm very impressed. I gave Jake the benefit of the doubt seeing this knife only in pictures. Now that I've experienced it in person, I have to say the actual knife is far better than the pictures suggested. Based on my experience and what I've seen, Jake Hoback is a knife maker to watch. Hope you found this review helpful, and if you have any further questions, find me on the forums.